Decided I'm actually going to do a series and some videos on posture, because basically it's overrated and it controls everything you do in your swing. And I break it down into 3 simple sections: upper body, lower body and ball position. I'm going to walk a couple of holes. I'd like you to come with me. I'll attempt to try and find the fairway, and then we'll have a look at each one of those sections and we'll show you how they can help your game. So why is posture overlooked by pretty much everybody? I actually see coaches who don't teach it properly to players, and then most of us stand to it so badly. But it's so unsexy, it doesn't sell, does it? It's not this latest movement that is going to make you hit it like Dustin Johnson or hit it as far as Rory McIlroy. It ain't going to do that. But the best in the world all stand to it amazing. But there's key things in there that will help you overcome swing faults. Or if you're doing it wrong or incorrectly, conversely, they are going to make and encourage those swing faults. So we're going to have a look first up in the fairway here at the positioning of the upper body and actually go through why that is so vital to actually making really fundamentally good golf swings. So having a look at where the upper body sits in the golf swing is absolutely vital. So having a really concise look at what this looks like. First bit is, how does the right elbow function in the backswing? Now, we know that it has to fold, well, we would like it to fold downwards, and ideally it wants to sit a little bit more in front of you at the top, provided you've got enough mobility to get it. Now, when we actually look at some of the tests that are out there from TPI and other people, and they start to look at shoulder range and shoulder mobility, it's actually slightly incorrect in how it's done. Because if you think about it, if your shoulders are sitting forwards here, we're on our phones, we're like this all the time, keyboards, driving a car, it's encouraging the shoulders to sit very forwards inside the sockets. So what should actually be happening is the shoulders should be sat backwards. So to actually achieve this, what you'd be wanting to do is the shoulders go up, go back, and then they sit down. So the shoulder blades don't pinch together at all, but it gives a much wider look to the rib cage from the front. Now, why are we doing this? Well, if I very simply did this test here, which is rotating the arm, if I sit the shoulders forward inside the sockets, which is generally where we'll all live, but rounded in the back, and we go there, we can see that that's as far as I can go there. See, it's sticking and shaking in the hand. Now, if I sit them back and down, because they're now sat correctly within the sockets, elbows are further back on my rib cage. From there, as I rotate, look at the increase in range. So that's going to influence where my arms will move in the backswing, and it's going to influence where they'll sit at the top of the swing. So actually where they are at address is absolutely vital to you achieving your first move. If you've got the shoulders forwards, what we generally then tend to see is that, are you a player who pulls that elbow straight back across the rib cage in the first move? I've had a pro in today who plays golf for a living on the Euro Pro playing Challenge Tour next year. He has the shoulders here. First move, gets it stuck in behind him there. The first thing to do is, if we get those shoulders in the correct position, the ability to set the club and keep it up in front is really easy. But you cannot do it very easily from the poor posture. So I believe that the poor posture is creating the motion that we're seeing in the swing. So the next part is that when those shoulders are sat in the right position, it actually allows you to have a wider rib cage, which really does allow a lot more rotation because there's more space in between the ribs. What else it would do is, from there, it's much easier to get the neck aligned in the correct position, and it's really, really easy to sort of get that upper back aligned from the standpoint of in here, where you will want to create rotation. It's easy to be able to get a little bit more extension from that thoracic spine in the backswing, which will help you create more power, because we know getting a bit lighter at the top helps with downforce in the downswing, but it's all related back to posture. So the very last thing that I would tend to look at in that upper back bit is where the neck would generally tend to sit. Now, I see quite a lot of people, again, associated to habits in life. Phones are the worst. The head just generally tends to sit a little bit forwards on the neck. What you do is get the neck feeling like it's just sat back a little bit and you're a little bit taller. When you're taller that way, everything's got more space. You've got more space to rotate, your body's got more space to be able to create motion, and I think it is absolutely vital in terms of your success and ability to be able to make a great golf swing and overcome some swing faults that are all coming on the back of that address. Give it a try.